Aqua gang. What it do, you guys? You already know. It's your girl, Empress 777 here today, you guys, with a general love message for my Aqua gang. I hope you guys are doing super fantastic. I most certainly am. Holy angels and spirit guys, please give us exactly what we need to know for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. These messages are, of course, are general, you guys, okay? Take what resonates with you and leave the rest for whoever else it's here for. That's how tarot works. Try to keep an open mind and use your intuition to guide you towards the messages that your spirit guide has for you, okay? Alrighty. If you don't mind, please go ahead and take a moment and click that like button, guys, please. It's one of the hugest ways to energetically donate to the channel. It helps us grow. It helps people find us. I mean, it just helps in so many different ways, and it's free. So, you know what I'm saying? If you don't mind, hit it. Thanks for those of you who always be hitting it, right? And if you want to make it official, go ahead and click that subscribe button as well, okay? Become a part of our gang, a part of our family here. All right, we cut up and we do upload quite often, all right? Better ask about me, especially if you're new. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and jump right in, okay? I definitely feel, I don't know, like jittery. I don't know, like palms sweaty. Possibly just being quite either embarrassed or nervous. Okay, the embarrassment might come along with the nervousness. So it might be somebody who is embarrassed about their nervousness, right? Embarrassed about their want to like put their pride and ego to the side. They're actually embarrassed about that, okay? I feel like whatever has occurred in this connection, not only do you know that this person had a large part in the reactions that they were getting out of you, because I feel like this is somebody who may have possibly tried to either manipulate and or gaslight, right? So if you bring up to this person why you're yelling at them, why you're screaming at them, why you haven't been answering their calls, why you've ghosted them, why you're not into it, why, it's almost as if they want to act like they don't know why you're acting like this. They don't know why they're getting this response from you. They don't know why it's all happening, right? But that's a lie. Okay, it is. I feel as though this person on a very subconscious level, they do things with not, they don't entirely have like an intention to knock things off kilter or to rub people the wrong way or to disrespect or to betray. They just don't take into the account anybody else's desires, happiness, and anything thereof, that nature, okay? And so this has gotten them in a bit of a pickle with you and quite a few other people, but we'll focus more on their energy towards you at this juncture. They do feel like this is a delicate impasse between the two of you. Whether you've decided to write this person off or not, I do feel like it's separated in the collective if you resonate with this message. Now, don't force shit to fit. This is just what I'm hearing. Yeah, regardless of where you stand with this person, this is more their energy and how they're looking at the situation in its entirety, okay? This is somebody who does wish that they could run back the hands of time, right? Like backpedal and pop back into the past where everything was all good. And then I feel like they would not have done a complete transformation. They're not going that far. They're not going that far, but they would have at least not have done this one thing. Okay, I feel like there was a breaking point. Straw that broke the camel's back. Some shit went down, for sure. And I also feel some inconsistency. So I don't know if this is a running theme in this connection, but in this person's energy more specifically, it's inconsistent because one moment they do want to apologize because this is one of the first cards that came out, apology. I know it's my fault, apology, but then in the very next instant, right? Because it's a very delicate situation, or they are in fear of upsetting you or triggering you into, you know, bringing out your sword, which is your tongue. Okay, your mouth is crazy. It's crazy like. Then it goes into the reverse. So it's like back and forth, back and forth. They do want forgiveness, and there are a few regrets about the actions that they would have been guilty of, you know, bringing to this connection. However, the guilt and the remorse is not strong enough for this person to you know, put aside their own ego, okay, their own pride. So I get that they're almost upset with themselves that they care so much to speak to you, that they even have the thought. Okay, even the thought pisses them off is what I heard. They would much rather you come back around, and then that way they can kind of get a feel for you. If you were to contact them, or if you were the one to extend the olive branch, or if you were the one to bring up this conversation, because it's like an elephant in the room, really. It feels like it was just left untouched. You either went off and disappeared. You went off on them, cursed them out, told, let them have it, and disappeared, or you just disappeared off, right? Or just energetically detached. Okay? There is a detachment. Whether the two of you are still engaging on a regular basis or not, it's detached and it's off kilter in some kind of way for back together to be here. Okay? There's also this person wanting to beg, like for forgiveness, like wanting to beg. Okay? Literally on their knees. Baby, 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 please. But then they get reminded of what those emotions signify to a person like them. This person gives very, I don't get arrogance, but I get like alpha female, alpha male. They would much rather have the connection, the person that they're in a connection with, they would much rather have their person come towards them. And then they might be willing to bend and give a little half-ass apology. That's what I heard. It's never really full on, It's just to kind of get over whatever hurdle. Or sweep some shit under the rug, just to kind of get things back on track, just to kind of get back in your good graces, so to speak. Okay? So they're going back and forth. It's extremely inconsistent. And I feel like they have a lot of unrest is the phrase that they're using. They're not able to really rest in any of the energies because they don't want to just forget about it and be like, fuck it, and walk away, because the feelings for you still exist. It's a catch-22 for this person. A double-edged sword is what I'm hearing. So it's not like they could just walk away and be like, you know what, F it, because they care too much. But they would love to do that. So then they're like, okay, well, since I can't do that, then they start kind of thinking of or conjuring up a plan in their mind, possibly to bring up this conversation without harming that ego too much. But I feel like they're hitting a dead wall. A dead wall. They're hitting a dead end. A wall. A brick wall, bitch. Cement. In reference to their plan. Wow. Yeah, this person feels like you've reached your breaking point, or that this is a definite turning point. Okay? That a lot is on the line. One moment they feel like gambling and coming towards you, offering an apology, and then the next moment they feel like even an apology will have you curse them out. I don't know, especially if it's insincere. That will send you over. I will let you know that, ma'am, sir, bruh, sis, just in case you were wondering, that you're correct, okay? You come with a half-ass apology if you want to, okay? It's gonna be, bye, bitch, bye, Felicia, bye, okay? See ya, right? Leaving it, not caring. A goodbye, it says for now, yeah, okay. Dismissing it and just like whatever with it. I also feel like this person has some sort of an unhealthy attachment to this connection and to you. Meaning, even though you had to deal with a lot of bullshit with this person, they still feel a bit of possessiveness over you. So if you're not calling them, they're like, well, who are you calling? Well, you better not be calling anybody, right? Like you better not be thinking about skipping your ass on over to something else. We're getting back together. And those could just be thoughts of this person trying to hype themselves up, right? Trying to convince themselves of what they believe this ending will entail, okay? We have digital detox, so disconnecting, right? It also says to regroup, okay? And cleaning up things on digital platforms. So whatever this person did, it could have something to do with social media for some of you, okay? That could be, liking booty pics or liking, and people in their DMs and they entertaining it, right? Or them posting thirst traps, or it could have had something to do with them acting up, okay? That's the phrase that I heard. Acting up, okay? Online, social media. That's not for everybody. Only take that if it resonates with you. And that would have been your last straw because there were already cracks in the foundation. Okay, you may have come to a point, okay, like if I know Aquarius the way I know Aquarius, baby. We're very patient. We are patient. We are. But if shit is not adding up for too long, that breaking point will come, right? It will come fast and furious, and people don't quite expect it, right? Then all of a sudden, we've made this drastic transformation or this drastic change. Nobody wants to look at their behavior in reference to how we got here, in reference to why they're getting this version of us, right? Nobody wants to take accountability. That goes across the board for all people. They don't understand, right? Because you're not the type of person to just be talking about shit. Very much in your head. You are sorting things out mentally. So by the time you reach the conclusion, nobody else is aware of your plans to skip your ass on out of their life, right? Nobody's aware of it. You are. You have it all mapped out, okay? All planned out, okay? The whole list. And if they want to know, you'll be more than willing to tell certain people why you are discontinuing the connection. But that also gets received poorly at times as well. People don't like the truth, right? Because when you tell the truth, what I'm hearing is when you tell the truth, especially when you've checked out, you no longer have any emotional attachment, it can come off as cold, like you don't give a fuck. Like, I'm telling you this just to be nice, bitch. Either way it goes, I'm leaving, right? Either way it goes, I'm out of here. And this could be something that this individual knows about your character, okay? This could be the one thing, right? It's a very small list of things that they've observed about you. And this might be why there's the back and forth with the apology, right? Okay, should I do it now? No. Wait, now? No. Okay, no. Okay, no, right? Typing out text messages and then deleting that shit, right? I feel like when they type the text or when they get your number up on the phone or when they pop up on your social media, I feel like that's where that energy that I was feeling in the beginning, I feel like that's when that creeps up on them, okay? The racing heartbeat, sweaty palms, kind of uncontrollable, hard ass breathing, okay? And then they back off, right? Like then they just are like, okay, maybe it's just not meant. I feel like this is a person who is not comfortable with feeling uncomfortable. And I feel as though they don't get into this predicament often, if ever, is what they're saying. So you're definitely having an effect on them that no other connection or relationship has had on them before. And that might be alarming to them, of course, right? Like, because it's like, what the fuck do I do with this? Emotions, feelings, what do I do with it? They would love to come back toward you to ask you, so what do you want us to do about our love, babe? And yeah, they don't really know if that's going to be received well, if at all, okay? Wow. This person has some form of a fear of upsetting you. Okay, so I don't know. You might be cool, calm, and collected, but if somebody take you there, right? If they get it started, you damn sure gonna finish it, okay? And it's definitely, like I said, something that comes abrupt, fierce, and fast, okay? I'm hearing that this person is terrified of that. It says fear of upsetting you. And I almost am for certain that their fear is stemming from them not being able to come off genuine enough in this apology. And also your intuition, right? You could read bullshit, okay? You can see bullshit from a mile away, okay? You can see bullshit from another galaxy, bitch. They don't want to, they feel like that's playing with fire. Especially since they also view this as a very delicate situation, like holding on by a strand, if at all. So any slight move can break this, is what they're thinking. Okay? You're the last person on my mind before I fall asleep. I bet. Wow. Yet they're not calling, right? I wasn't ready for you then, but I'm working on it now. So that's a bit of honesty, you guys, okay? So this is somebody who wants to get back together, but here's what I don't like, okay? Can I just be frank? Can we just keep it real for a second? You know it's your fault. You know you're emotionally unavailable. You know that you don't act right. You know that your pride, your ego, all of that, toxic as fuck. Yet they want to get back together now for the sake of you not getting away to something better or someone else. Their words, not mine. And then they want you to subscribe or sign up to be there as they work on themselves. What the fuck is this? What is this? This ain't Build-A-Bear, bitch. What is this? Huh? Yeah, no. That's not their responsibility, ma'am, sir, bruh, sis. It's not, you guys. Okay, now I can't tell you what to do. But what this feels like to me is an excuse. Because it could very well be true, right? I said it's honesty, but honest feelings can also conveniently cover up bullshit. You see what I'm saying? Because that's not what we're even talking about. We know that you need to go and do work. We all have work to do. The issue is, okay, that you're expecting someone to stick around while you work on yourself. That will require somebody to take less than what they deserve, yes? So why in the fuck would anybody, why would anyone agree to that, you know? Why? Okay, look. If I called you, would you answer? And that is that back and forth. They need this thing to go a certain way, a very specific way. And if it doesn't, then they're fucked. Meaning their ego, that shit is going to be on coals. Okay, we having a barbecue. All right, bring the ribs, the chicken, and the pulled pork. Okay, bring your potato salad. All right, bring a little Coca-Cola. That ego is getting fried tonight, bitch. They needed to go very specifically. So, if any of these things happen, they're in trouble. If you don't answer, if you ignore them, if you leave them on red, if you answer yet are cold, detached, distant, if you reject them, if you tell them about themselves, if you forgive them and still say bye. All those things, all of that, that's the danger zone. That is the danger zone for them. It is, you guys. I also feel like this is someone who wants to play up on any emotions that they feel you may still have for them, right? Any empathy, any sympathy. This all sounds great, right? Like I wasn't ready for you, but I'm working on it, baby. I'm working on myself. I want to work on us. How is there a us if we ain't even in the same book, let alone the same page? This person has quite a bit of work to do, you guys. Okay. Now, when I say stuff like that, that doesn't mean that they're a bad person. No, of course not. Nobody is a bad person. Okay? Even karmic soulmates are not bad people. We have all been someone's karmic at some point in time. That just means that it is a soulmate. It is something that you're attracted to that is there to teach you a lesson. It's often an attraction that is toxic. Okay? It is often mistaking toxicity for chemistry. Let's be very clear. So when I say that this person has work to do, it has nothing to do with them being a bad person. It has everything to do with them needing to do them. That's just my opinion. It doesn't matter how much accountability they attempt to take. I feel like until the work is done and they are vibrating at a certain level, it will come off as disingenuous to you. You will not believe them. Especially since I feel like the things that they may have done in this connection, you did feel like it was intentional, okay? You have my whole heart. Damn. The whole thing? How big is it? Like, yeah, I feel like this is somebody who is actively trying to connect to their emotions now. It is coming off a bit desperate and eager to reconcile, you guys, out of fear that you have gone off into another connection. That's what's at the forefront. Even if you're not seeing anyone, okay, even if you're not involved, that is their thoughts. This is also why they want to handle this very delicately. They feel like they have like one last chance to prove themselves, to make it right, or to say the things that they possibly never said. Okay, so for those of you who do engage with this person, if you do have a conversation with this person, I feel like some of the things that they may relate to you, some of the emotions that they might confess, it feels more like a confession even. You would have never heard this person ever talk like this. You would have never even known that they had any feelings, anything of the sort. Their whole heart breadcrumbed you the whole connection. Now I got your whole heart, really? And this is why it feels disingenuous, because I feel like they're trying to go from 0 to 1 billion. Rather than rebuilding this foundation or attempting to rebuild things through consistency and persistence and actions, not words, there's a sense of urgency in this person, okay? Now, I don't know if they feel someone new coming energetically, because the two of you do have a bit of a soul tie here. So when you do have a soul connection, whether it be soulmates, twin flames, any forms of a soul tie, they can energetically feel when things are getting ready to pop off for you, and vice versa, okay? This might not be a very spiritual person, but they can read energy. It's on a subconscious level that they have this sense of urgency to get back together, to reconcile, to call you, to apologize, apology on apology, and beg, right? And talk about what they're going to do, but they're not taking the time to make any of the necessary changes. And that, my friend, is going to bite you in the ass. I don't advise that. It will come off disingenuous, because this is someone who never... Okay, I won't say never. For a great majority of you, it was lacking emotional sustenance, okay? There was no emotional substance in this connection. Very, very surface level, shallow. It may have just been the passion. It may have just been the sexual intimacy. That's the closest that they would allow you to get to them. Or they may have had, a few one-off moments, but there were no huge displays of affection and them wearing their heart on their sleeve ever. But that's how they're planning to return, with all of these confessions, all of these expressions of love. And it will come off as, like I said, fake, phony, fraudulent behavior. I do not advise this. I feel like they're not going to listen to me though, you guys, because, okay, this is an egoistic person. So they definitely feel like they're right. I also feel like this approach that they are thinking about attempting is going to put you off. No, you're not attracted to people who are emotionally aloof or emotionally unavailable. No, but you're also not attracted to thirsty people, okay? You're parched, bitch. You need some water. You need some electrolytes. You need you a liquid IV, bitch. You are thirsty. Thirsty than a motherfucker. You don't like that. That is unattractive to you. And that's what they're giving. So it's like they're shooting themselves in the foot, but if they would listen to people, then they would have known this now, wouldn't they? I feel like they're still going to attempt it though, you guys. I just have to say that. They cannot go to sleep without thinking about you. They can't be asleep without dreaming about you. They can't be awake without thinking about you. They can't go to work. They can't eat. They can't hang out with their friends. They can't watch certain TV shows. They can't listen to certain songs. They can't even scroll their social media, because there you go. For some of you. And dare I say, this person may even think that you're trying to teach them a lesson, or that you're like punishing them with whatever it is that you're doing online, or the way that you are engaging with them. They feel like it's a front, and that what you need is an apology and for them to express how they feel about you. But what you really need is change. Oh boy, this is the most confused individual. So confused. All right, let's go over to the extended. We will have new love in the extended, because I definitely feel this is where this person's panic, this is where that is stemming from. This is why they're laying it on so thick, baby. I don't know what you got over there, but they do, subconsciously anyway, okay? Coming full speed ahead. Can't even afford you. Energetically, financially, mentally, physically, none of it. Can't even afford you. Yet here they come. Want to put it on layaway. Shit crazy. Let's tie this up with a cute little bow first, though, before we get to new love, okay? I want to know what this person's hopes for the future of this connection is, okay? That's also going to give us an idea of where their mind is at currently, like right now. I also want to know what karma this person is set to face in order for transformation to become readily available for the taking, because I definitely feel like they're on a path. It does feel that way energetically, just by the different kinds of emotions and the roller coaster that I feel like their emotions are on now. That's going to be important to know for those of you who are still slightly engaging with this person, even if a little bit, because you will be in the direct line of fire of that, okay? Meaning you may have some residual effects over the karmic debt that they have to pay. I also want to know, what are they willing to do to fix things, if anything? I hear you talking, ma'am, sir, bruh, sis, all right? I hear you talking, but I ain't listening. What you gonna do, right? Wait, what's the action? What are the actions that they're willing to take to fix things, if it's possible? And then I also want to know what their next steps are going to be, as well as their purest intentions for you. That's going to be very important, so you can fully prepare yourself and make the best decision for yourself. And then we're going to look at the best possible outcome, whether you decide to re-engage with this or go in the opposite direction. There's no judgment. I'm going to look at both. Before we get into new love, I want to know what your lesson was here. That'll let you know if you've learned the lesson, and that'll also let you know if you're any closer to this next cycle, okay? That portal seems to be opening up. I feel like that is where new love resides, okay? Let's see, in new love, who's coming towards you? Only the good, only the new, okay? What are the best and sexiest qualities about this individual? This is gonna let you know who I'm talking about, okay? And get some details there. Let's also see why this person is single, according to the divine, okay? We need the truth. People be lying. Let's also see what the potential is for there to be any deal breakers or red flags, warnings, if any, that you need to know about prior to investing in this newer connection, so you could protect yourself, okay? And then I also want to see what the potential is for things to go all the way into union within the near future for you and this new love connection. We will, of course, get advice from your spirit guides in reference to how they suggest you bring about and materialize the manifestations of your desires in the least amount of time, whatever those might be. How can you speed it up? Okay. All right. We will also, not last but not least, we'll of course have our Ask the Universe read. I'll give you the floor to ask a couple questions, okay, to the divine, but I'll have more instructions over in the extended for that. So without further ado, guys, click that like button as well as the subscribe button, and I'm gonna see you guys over in the extended. I'm gonna put the link down below in the description box. I'm gonna see y'all over there. All right.